Okay, all right. Gonna sit down, just do a quick hand recap. So this is a hand ID number 979-240, and this was from last Tuesday. And I was told it was my, kind of train wreck sort of game, or sorry, last Wednesday the 14th of June, 2023. And I was told this is the kind of game that I really enjoy because it's a struggle. Um, and so I'm just going to go through, take a quick look at it, and see what's up. So what I'm going to do is first just go through and kind of say things about how I think the play should have gone. Then I'll create a time marker, and then talk about, and then go through what actually happened and see what I think. Then maybe actually watch their recap in the end. Okay, so let's see. Whew. Does look like a train wreck. So many nasty things going on here. Fives in Iggy Two Foot's hand aren't really great. Um, there aren't really good bluffing candidates. Okay, if I'm bot Fiora here, I'm gonna just clue red to I would just clue red to mark as a bluff and just bluff out the green one. Green one's gonna get played, and if I'm bot Fiora, I'm really hoping that I have like a purple, hoping that I have I'm hoping that I have a purple one. Um, Okay, Iggy's going to see this, and Iggy's going to clue. At this point, I think I'd clue the blue, clue to McMullen to get the 3-for-1. So I think this would go Mark plays, Fiora plays, and then McMullen takes a pause. McMullen has to think about what the right thing to do is with respect to Iggy's hand. And I certainly don't see the blue 4. So I think here with every other player having a discard, I would actually be tempted to do a 5 save to Iggy. Just because I want Iggy to discard, and it's going to be really identifiable. If Iggy discards, it's going to be very identifiable where the other purple one is. The alternative would be to just clue ones and kind of resign myself to a strike. Because it doesn't, I'm not super hopeful of getting a red one and a yellow one. Both in, and I think here I would just give a 5 save. And Iggy doesn't really have anything to clue, so having received the 5 save, the proper thing to do is to discard. Now, what would Iggy do? I mean, there's just nothing here. Like there's just nothing here. Yeah, I mean, that just asks for a discard. Nothing to do. Um, hmm. I mean, I would have a really hard time discarding in this seat with 2 other players with good discards. I don't really have a 4 clue to give. Don't have a 3 clue to give. Can't clue ones. No, discard it is. There's nothing at this table. Okay, so now it's Mark's turn. I think Mark here would have an easy purple clue to Iggy, because even though Iggy kind of knows that it's the purple one, because otherwise, why are you having me discard? It's just pretty clear. That asked bot Fiora for a discard, so I'd expect to see that. And then McMullen here, of course, would play. If I were Iggy, I would see no reason not to play my purple. And then, oh, actually, there is one reason not to, which is the green 4 is here in Mark's hand. So you could give the green clue now, but I think it's probably better to leave that for McMullen, because McMullen can actually give that clue on McMullen's turn. So yeah, I think it calls for just to play. This can be green to Bot Fiora to get the 2 green cards played. Bot Fiora can play. McMullen. McMullen can just clue yellow. It's really, it would be really tempting to go after the green, but I think yellow is correct. It's slightly higher value. Yellow is correct. And I think if I'm Iggy here, I can see that McMullen here, I still don't want McMullen to discard, so might as well be playing. Okay, Mark can see the blues, but Mark might be a little worried about McMullen's hand. Mark knows that Mark has a good discard. It's definitely tricky. I mean, this is somewhere between a discard and a clue, and I'll go with the clue. I think I could see a discard here too, just to protect McMullen's hand. Bot Fiora has another play to make. McMullen here has the easy green clue to mark. Iggy here, I think if I'm Iggy, I'm preferring, with 2 clues in, I'm going to prefer to play yellow and play the yellow 2. And then if I'm Mark, I'm definitely banging down this green 4 because I want to see that green 5 get hit. Should someone have clued rather than playing? Let's back up to no. I mean, I think that's correct. Like, yeah, like no, right? Because McMullen gave this green clue to Mark. So the only choice would be Iggy here could clue green to Bot Fiora, which could be quite nice for tempo. But Iggy has so many cards to play, so like I think Iggy should just be continuing to play. Mark, of course, continues to play. Bot Fiora. Wow, still no red 1. No red 1 and nothing to clue. Definitely doesn't want McMullen to discard and has been clued past. So it's a discard from, should be a discard from Bot Fiora. Iggy's cards are all queued up. No yellow 3, no purple 2. Yeah, it is what it is, and that's of course a good discard. And then McMullen here should clue Bot Fiora's 5 for play. So that's going to get queued up. And then Iggy here should just keep playing. Draws a 1. Okay, so now Mark should take the discard. Mark takes the discard. Mark discard last time? No. Yeah, Mark hasn't discarded yet. So Mark has a safe discard. So Mark takes the discard. Bot Fiora, of course, here plays. And wow, oof, no red 1. Now things start getting dicey. Okay, this is going to be a 5 clue to Iggy. Well, Iggy has these 5s to save. I really want to clearly communicate here that that we're trying to find discards, and like I don't want to clue 1 to Iggy's hand or 1 to Mark's hand because it might look playable. That 1 just came into Mark's hand. So I want to start with a 5 clue to Iggy, which is kind of an unnecessary save, so that everyone knows like you can't have a 1 in your hand that's playable. If you had a 1 in your hand that was playable, McMullen here would be cluing it. So Iggy, of course, continues to play the known blue 5. And then we're back around to Mark. And so Mark here has to decide how to protect the hand. Mark knows that Mark has a red 2 and Botfiora has a red 2, so Botfiora does have a good discard. So that's nice. The logical thing to do... what's the best way to protect McMullen's hand? I don't want to clue 4s, because that's going to put a 5 in chop. So, eek. I think probably what I do is... I don't really want to save Botfiora's hand at all. Okay, so this is just going to be a 5 clue to McMullen. And that shouldn't be interpreted, oh, wow, with all the purples there. Will McMullen think that McMullen is holding purple 2, 5, 3, 4? No way. No way. The purple one was played way long ago. Like the purple one was played ages and ages ago. So McMullen doesn't hold a purple 2. So we'll just clue 5 to start the discard finding expedition. And Botfiora, of course, should discard because Botfiora has been clued past. And then McMullen doesn't really know what to do, but I think what McMullen should be doing is cluing 1 to Mark, because Iggy has a good discard, and we're going to tell Mark about Mark's good discard. Iggy takes the good discard, and then Mark here would kind of like Botfiora's yellow 4 to go away. So it's probably better to actually save Botfiora's hand here than McMullen's. So I think the answer there is to clue 4s to Botfiora to just save both of those cards. I think it's better to save both of these cards. Is that purple 4 there when I decided not to save McMullen's hand? That might have been a mistake. But okay, so yeah, I think we can't have everything we want. Like we can't have everything we want. Let's just get to a playable card. So discard and don't overthink it. And now it's Botfiora. Okay. And I mean, here I think I would give a red clue to McMullen, touching the red 4, because the red 2 is already marked. And there's some ambiguity here about the 3s. But the most important thing is for McMullen to know where the red 4 is, because McMullen doesn't have to discard. And everything is known, right? So McMullen points to this red 4. We point to the red 4. McMullen has to choose a 3 here. Since we're going to use the purple 3 in Mark's hand, I think we want to use the red 3 in Iggy's hand. So McMullen can take the red 3 in Iggy's hand. He will discard. And then Mark plays the red 1, pointed to. We come around to Botfiora. 12 cards in deck. I definitely don't want to discard, that's for sure. I think what I do is I just point to 4s in McMullen's hand. Just save the rest of the hand. These 4s are all good. And then on McMullen, I think what I do is I point to on McMullen, I've got to give some useful information. The only useful clues that I have are to tell Mark about his purple 3 or to tell Botfiora about the 4s. So I think I just clue 4s back. Give Botfiora the information about the 4s. Iggy takes a discard, which is risky, but that's what it is. And then Mark plays. And now Botfiora takes the discard. This is a super tight hand, huh? Now McMullen here can clue purple to let Mark know where the purple 3 is. Actually, 3 is probably safer so that people don't think it's a reverse. But it shouldn't be 3. It should just be purple. No one should think that it's a reverse on this kind of a hand, but because there's so many clues, the thing to do would be to just clue the reverse if it were there. But okay, let's play it. Let's play it paranoid safe and just clue 3s to Mark and put the. Oh, actually, that's probably going to look confusing because that's going to look like that might look like a yellow 3. I would just clue purple here. And if we took a strike because Bot Fiora played to it, then I would think like, okay, you just shouldn't play to it. The red 3 plays. Mark here should take a discard. And then Bot Fiora here can clue yellow to Mark. I mean, I could pretend that there's a misplay here. Just, there shouldn't be a misplay, but I could pretend that there's a misplay. I think here the thing to do would be yellow to McMullen to get the. It's overkill. I mean, the thing to do here would really be yellow to Mark. Actually, yellow to McMullen. Be fine, and then McMullen clues yellow to Mark. Actually, McMullen might be tempted to clue yellow to Bot Fiora to get it out of McMullen's hand. Because McMullen knows about the other cards that. Oh, no, sorry, McMullen wouldn't. McMullen's playing the red 4. My bad. And then Iggy plays the red 5. I forgot about the reds. All the excitement. Mark here plays. Bot Fiora clues the purple 2. Iggy's hand. And then clues the purple 2. McMullen here. Oh, right, plays the yellow 4 because it was clued. Iggy plays the purple 2. Mark plays the purple 3. Bot Fiora plays the purple 4. McMullen plays the purple 5, which is known. And then, oh, that wasn't ever clued though. Someone could have clued that. Someone could clue that. That's not a big deal. Oh, right, it was clued. And then for did another purple clue have to be given here? Am I jumping? Just jump back. Oh, because of the perspective, I think I missed the fact that a purple clue needed to be given. So probably maybe here, McMullen would have needed to clue purple to Bot Fiora, perhaps. Bot Fiora. It's probably pretty likely. Yeah. McMullen knows all of the positions of these cards. So 2 goes away, 3 goes away, 4 goes away. The yellow 4 gets played first to let the yellow 5 go. Yellow 5 plays. Discard. Discard. Play. Okay, so that's kind of how I think it should go. That's sort of how I think it should go. That's kind of 19 minutes in. Okay, all right. That's my take on what a 25 would look like. So let's jump out. Let's see what they actually did. Okay, so Bot Fiora saves the 5s. Okay, that seems completely fair. Takes a view. Here, McMullen then clues the green 1. Yeah, that's kind of sad because this green 1 is such a good discard. Like we've kind of like you can see how this has kind of already started off the hand on sort of an awkward setting because now this green 1 is an inaccessible discard, and instead this green 1 might end up getting played. We'll see. It should turn into a sarcastic, so not a big deal. Iggy then takes the impure 1's clue. Seems okay. 1 gets played. What are you going to do? And then this is a mistake. This should be a sarcastic discard. This should just get discarded to transfer it over to McMullen's hand. And then McMullen, and that's because that just protects a lot of, that gets you to that first discard really soon. Really, really soon. So here, McMullen does a, McMullen clues the blue two, just to get the next card played. Fair enough. Iggy takes the discard, makes sense. Iggy should mark this purple one at this point. Yeah, of course. And then Mark plays, which I totally understand. Mark was kind of told to play. I don't, I mean, the whole treatment of the opening of this hand has already set it back quite a bit. McMullen bluffs or takes a finesse. So here in an ideal world, Iggy would be playing the purple one. That would be the right thing to do. Iggy temporizes and clues blue. Seems fine. And Mark talks about the purple one. Okay, so I think here we're about 2 clues back, like 2, 3 clues back from the line that I went on. Green 2, blue 3, green 3, green 4, and the green 5 is set up. This is a pretty nice line. They're going to clear, instead of clearing blue in the other line, they're going to clear, they're clearing green quickly. Okay, red for a bluff. I would prefer this as a 2's clue, I think, because then it operates as a straight finesse, and it also saves the red 2. And I think McMullen here thought that this red 2, this was a save. But McMullen just drew a card. So McMullen shouldn't think that this was a save. Oh, McMullen thought it was a bluff on Iggy. Yes, it is a bluff on Iggy. Yeah. So the right way to give this is, so this should just be given as a 2 clue. Give it as a 2 clue, and it's just give it as a 2 clue. Or literally just clue ones to McMullen and get this green 1 discard back. Yeah. Yep. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Iggy plays to the bluff. This is a 1's clue. And then the blue 5 gets prompted, so that's going to get the blue 4. So play, Iggy plays, Mark plays. Okay, so far so good. I don't see too many problems in this hand. They're good from an efficiency perspective. They're good from a pace perspective. Like there were, a little bit of a rocky road, but like it's all good. I think the 2's clue here, this is good. It's going to get the yellow 2 played. McMullen pitches the 1, of course. And then I mean, Iggy taking this 2's clue as being on the red 2 and somehow playing, that's strange. 2 gets played, and Botfiora takes a discard. How do I feel about that discard? Yeah, it's okay, I guess. The blue clue for to protect the yellow 4 seems fine. Takes the pitch. And then here, if I'm Botfiora, I'm cluing red probably to McMullen, which happens. And then McMullen pitches the yellow 4, which is good. Didn't save Iggy's hand. I think McMullen here really should be giving a 5 clue to Iggy. Does McMullen know? So Iggy can see all the 5s, and McMullen knows it. So if McMullen gives a 5 clue to Iggy, Iggy's going to know that it's red 5, yellow 5. Okay, I mean, the discard is okay. I don't think Iggy should discard on this play. Like, I think Iggy's kind of forced to do something like clue 5 to Botfiora. But I feel like McMullen should have probably taken an extra clue to help Iggy out a bit. Okay, so Iggy saves the 4 in Mark's hand, which is an early save, but the alternative is to save the purple 5. Red 1 goes. Botfiora saves the 5s. Oh, it's actually kind of a shame. Actually, going back to McMullen's hand, McMullen can see that this red 2 is better. You almost kind of want to clue that 2 and get that 2 played, because then the whole sequence actually really unwinds. But okay, discard. Save. Botfiora clues the 5s, forces a discard out of McMullen. Wait, what? Okay, so then McMullen thought that McMullen had the yellow 3 and played it. Because it happened twice this game where someone knew some color and then a number clue was given, and then someone played thinking that they must have the next card. Because McMullen can only be thinking that the card that McMullen is playing here is the yellow 3. Okay, so um, so 2 strikes happened that way, and the game was pretty winnable even up to that point. So, okay, I don't see the problem. Okay, now I really want to know why they think this is my kind of train wreck kind of game. So, neat. let's let's see. Have to see if I can actually find the video. Okay, so that's my hand analysis of hand number 979240. And that's that. All right.